Hello everyone, I'm Wayward, and this is Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod. Looking today at a 1 versus 1 on Ashes of Typhon, my first ever attempt at a commentary of this game. Let's jump in. The players are at the top left as our blue Chaos, Born as the Chaos Sorcerer, and at the bottom right as the Eldar with the Warlock is Fathom. Again, this is my first ever attempt to cast this game. So basically, I just want to have fun with this stuff. I'm playing a lot of my old favorite games again from, a very long time ago for some of you, I'm sure. But these are some of my favorite memories from playing RTS, and I figure why not just have fun with it. It looks like right now Fathom is going for triple Guardian squads right out the gate, focusing on securing his half of the map. Born, meanwhile, with these Chaos Heretics, is going right into the middle, trying to capture that central power node. Let's take a quick look around. Warlock coming right out into the middle. There's a Sorcerer over here. These Space Marines, the Chaos Space Marines, are kind of ignoring the Warlock for the most part. It looks like Born is just kind of executing on his strategy without worrying about what this Warlock is doing right now. Looks like Born coming to take his first victory point, where Fathom has 2 already, 1 here and then the 1 in the center. First big combat going down. This looks like 2 Guardian squads against the Chaos Heretics. 1 Heretic squad actually seems to have died, and these Chaos Space Marines are getting pretty low. Sorcerer jumps in, looks like just in time to save those Space Marines before they go down. I don't think the Chaos Sorcerer is going to be able to stay here very long, however. Looks like right now Sorcerer has the Sword of Flame, where Warlock has no war gear upgrades at this point. Actually, the Sorcerer manages to chase all those Guardians away. 1 Guardian squad coming out, but everything else off the field. Born in a kind of a bad spot, though. He's trying to take this victory point with his Heretics, which is going to be contested by the Guardian squad. Heretics run away without even fighting. I think that makes sense. Heretics, to me anyway, are more of a support unit. Not really going to be able to stand 1v1 against anything, particularly Guardians. Let's take a look. Let's see if I can minimize that, get that out of the way. Born just now heading out, seems to be saving up his resources. Not replace that Heretic squad, and losing a lot of territory right now. Chaos Sorcerer now upgraded with Vestments of the Warp, which I think let him blink forward to take on these Rangers. It's a very powerful hero right at the gate. Again, this is kind of observational for me, kind of jumping back into Dawn of War 2 after a long time. I loved that. Loved seeing that kill. That is something they removed, of course, in Dawn of War 3, is the sync kills. So I think at this point, Born is going to be able to take this victory point, backfilling with his Heretics. He must be saving up for something. Looks like Fathom had lost one of his Guardian squads as well. Man, Born can't catch a break, can't even capture that requisition point without having to run his Chaos Space Marines out of there. Chaos Marines looks like they don't have any war gear, but these Rangers do have the Pathfinder upgrade. Fathom continuing to keep the pressure on, stealing a requisition point from Born, who now has Noise Marines out. This might make a big difference. Noise Marines are very, very powerful against infantry. This power node being harassed, successfully dodging that Chaos Sorcerer's ability. But he's going to teleport right on top of that Eldar ball. So Fathom actually has triple power over here, and Born has triple power over here. I do think Born may have more overall power thanks to the central node. Doing a bit of harassment with those Noise Marines. Noise Marines actually running away immediately from the Warlock, who now actually has some war gear, the Merciless Witchblade and Champion's Robe. I think the biggest thing for me to pick up over time is going to be the significance of the war gear. Warlock has kind of gone from a pushover to being pretty frightening in his own right. Let's see, take a quick look. Fathom right now returning the favor in terms of that harassment. Born really needs to start taking some victory points. He's getting pretty low at this point. Probably picked a bad replay to start with. Born is in a bit of trouble at the moment. Fathom with the return favor and the harassment. The Chaos Sorcerer coming in, getting a level, almost taking out that Ranger squad. Actually, with the teleport, is trying to get it down. But his Chaos Sorcerer about to fall, and I don't know if he's going to make it out of there. Maybe just manages to make it out of there. Barely. That Warlock not able to get the kill in. Noise Marines now leveling up, and I don't know. That Warlock is pretty fearsome, but the Noise Marines. Okay, so I'm really good at missing things, apparently. The Cultist squad has been killed. We've got a tier 2 with a Dreadnought, actually, coming out. That might help Born a little bit. He's stopped the bleed for now, but he's way behind the Eldar player. And I really don't think the Warlock is going to be too afraid of these Chaos Space Marines. While this fight is going on, it looks like Fathom's trying to get his forces back into the fray. Now it's the Chaos Sorcerer and the Space Marines against the Warlock. That is probably going to be too much for the Warlock, who's trying to retreat through melee. I don't know if he saw that Dreadnought. Actually, that teleport very nearly taking out the Warlock. That could have been really bad for Fathom. Oh, it is very bad for Fathom, who immediately loses the Warlock, and that Sorcerer just getting out of there. Dreadnought does not have any upgrades at this point. It looks like just coming out without any anything. Looks like we also have some heretics coming out to support the Chaos Forces. I think that makes sense. We do have fire dragons coming out to, I think, counter that Dreadnought. Noise Marines trying to help Born get back in the running in terms of his victory points, and also this VP being contested as well. Meanwhile, Dreadnought taking out the power. I think that power harass is going to be important to try to stop Fathom from continuing to try to crush his opponent. Fire Dragons coming out, getting their Exarch. I believe this is a Elite Mod only unit. I do not remember this from the base game. Dreadnought getting the heck out of there. Those laser cannons are brutal. Also getting Dragon Skill Armor. What are you doing? Get that Dreadnought out of there. If you lose it, you're in serious trouble. Dreadnought really getting low. Fire Dragons being pushed off, however, by the Heretics and Chaos Marines. Fathom still has not replaced his Warlock, which could be a problem relatively soon. Looks like the Noise Marines went down. That's not great for Born. Although he is getting Bloodletters, that's going to be a pretty big coup for him when that comes out. But the VP loss is not very significant for Fathom at this point, still really in his favor. Although his power farm being taken out is not great for him. Dreadnought is still right on the verge of being taken out. Wraith Lord coming out for our Eldar player. Yes! Love it. Upgrading with the Bright Lance. That makes a lot of sense. That Dreadnought is going to have to be really careful or it's going to evaporate. Meanwhile, Fathom taking out some of the backline stuff. Bloodletters getting to teleport in and try to take out some Guardians. Not going to get it, unfortunately. Not going to miss this fight. That Dreadnought has been healed up a little bit, was being upgraded, but now has lost that. Let's take a look at our gear. Still with the Sword of Flame, and now on Investments of... No, that has not changed. Chaos Heretics doing their ritual to increase the attack power of nearby units. I don't know what's going... Oh, there's some sort of ability that's been used to stun units or something. I apologize for, again, not really being up to speed on that. Whatever it is, it seems to have really put the hurt on our Chaos player. That Dreadnought is going to go down any second now. There's way too much Eldar stuff here. These Chaos Space Marines possibly going to be evaporated as well. Actually, Dreadnought managed to get away somehow. Chaos Heretics getting away. Bloodletters getting a third VP for Born, so good for him. The Space Marines really in danger, but they're going to make it out. So well-timed there on that retreat. Tier 3 coming out for Born. That's pretty significant. Fathom, I think, possibly saving up for it as well. Fathom actually is doing okay. Fire Dragons are hurt, but coming back out. Guardian Squad coming back out. Rangers running away to heal up. Still no respawn on that Warlock. I wonder if Fathom's trying to save up for Tier 3, Tier 3 being more important than the hero. I am not sure. We'll have to see if this pays off for him. The hero's been dead for a very long time, and Chaos Sorcerer right now is level 5. Born right now trying to limit his economic bleed. Fathom's been doing a really good job of harassing that. Power harass coming out as well. Of course, the high damage with the Bright Lance and the Lace Cannons on those Fire Dragons is definitely non-trivial against structures. Tier 3 almost done. That's going to be a big deal. Dreadnought has been upgraded with Mark of Khorne.
Our Guardians have given their lives. We have 300 points remaining.
See, it looks like Fathom's pulling back.
Support structure complete.
Warlock finally has been resurrected. He has Champion's Robe and Merciless Witchblade, so no gear switching on him. But he's way behind the Chaos Sorcerer, and also without having Tier 3, that's going to be tough on our Eldar player for now. But Fathom has shown really good map control. He's lost it a little bit toward this portion of the match. Got some healing going on over here.
Generator operational.
Bit of a stalemate right now. Not a lot of stuff on the field. Heretics being used for their ritual real quick. Bloodletters. Anyway. Fathom doing a multi-pronged. Those Rangers trying to take that victory point, but Chaos Space Marines in place. Big fight going on over here. Chaos Dreadnought losing his path a little bit. not great for him. Bright Lancers, or Fire Dragons, they were briefly mind controlled. They were chaos colored for a second there. Wraith Lord in danger of going down. They can't retreat, obviously, as a vehicle, and I think it's going to be okay. They're just barely going to make it. Warlock, meanwhile, coming up to do some harass. The VPs are not really in Fathom's favor anymore, but he can turn that around relatively quickly. Another level for the Chaos Sorcerer, who's now level 6, and has the Tome of Subjugation. That was the mind control there. 10-second mind control. But yeah, it could be a VP win for Fathom's going for right now. Fire Dragons cannot really make the connect on that Dreadnought. It's really low, but still in the fight, and the Chaos Sorcerer is there to protect it. Chaos Sorcerer accidentally teleports into a fairly large ball of Eldar, but he seems to be okay, dominating those Fire Dragons again to put more damage on the Wraith Lord while running away. That's a very useful ability. Meanwhile, I almost missed a fight here. The Warlock goes down again to those Bloodletters and the Chaos Heretics, who are almost dead but managed to help take out the Warlock. So really bad for Fathom there, who still had in VPs, but the Bloodletters are going to help turn that around a little bit. Meanwhile, Eldar still on tier 2. Wraithguard out now. Really interested to see what they end up contributing to the fight. Take a quick look. Nothing much going on there.
Strategic location spotted.
Yes, Space Marines not gonna, I think, be able to take out these Wraithguard and forced to retreat. Meanwhile, Bloodletters trying to focus down this Guardian squad, but being beat on by the Wraith Lord. Not the best situation for those Bloodletters to be in, unfortunately. Really interesting. Sorcerer coming in to support this these other troops against the Wraithguard. Wraithguard, I think they're going to be okay. They're incredibly heavy infantry, and they have basically shrugged off all these attacks from everyone else. Chaos Sorcerer taking the wrong time to try to take over this point. Heretics with their champion being forced to flee, almost dead. Born seems like he's in a good spot. The Dreadnought needs to be careful. The, oh god, Sorcerer almost taken out. He might not make it, actually. He goes down as well. Both heroes are down. The Dreadnought about to go down as well, which is really bad for Born. Born now with only 3 squads. If these Bloodletters go down too, he's going to be really hurting. Bloodletters forcing a retreat on, what is that, a Guardian squad? Yeah. Oh, we have Chaos Terminators out now, turning that fight around. Thank goodness they came out right at the appropriate time for Born, but both heroes down. That's not a ideal situation for either player. Fathom still has some pretty good map control, but he's had to relinquish a lot of it to keep his army alive. I think these Howling Banshees are a good choice. Heavy anti-infantry will help punish any mistakes from Born. These forces being chased off again by the Chaos Space Marines, which have been upgraded with the Mark of Khorne for additional melee. The Terminators, autocannon, effective against all targets. That's probably a good choice. Terminators really wrecking that enemy, and I think the corn axes do help a little bit as well. That Wraith Lord very close to going down, but I think it's going to be saved at the last second by the Wraith Guard and Fire Lancers, or Fire Dragons. Fathom still on tier 2, has not had the funds yet, I don't think, to hit tier 3, so it's going to be kind of tough for him. Fathom coming again to try to steal a victory point, but there's Rangers being murdered in the face by the Bloodletters, who steal that victory point back.
Somewhere we went astray.
Okay, so the match is over. I would say this was not conclusive, so I'm not entirely sure to say who won. I think it might have been Born. The Vark that just played sounded like it was Eldar losing. So, interesting match. I'm not entirely sure why Fathom quit out. It could be because he knew his opponent was at tier 3, and taking out those Terminators was going to be a real pain. Sorcerer also revived, but I'm not entirely sure if he knew that. Okay, so I feel like this was a relatively successful first commentary. I don't think I did terribly. Definitely need to get up to speed a little bit on the some of the abilities, and definitely the war gear was, I think, my biggest weak spot. But I feel like I was relatively able to follow the combat and the flow and the player's logic, which is what I was the most afraid of coming into this, is that I wouldn't be able to really correctly interpret why the players were doing what they were doing. But yeah, I'm really excited. You know, I got the Universe at War when those replays come out. Not a lot of people playing that 1v1 right now. I've got a 2v2 I'm sitting on that I'm a little nervous to get into, and I've got the, you know, Kane's Wrath and Grey Goo, and I'm looking to roll in maybe Immortal and Crossfire Legion in a little bit. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the Dawn of War 2. I think this wasn't a terrible first attempt. Looking forward to trying another one in a couple days, and yeah, hopefully people like this, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm Wayward Strategy. This is Dawn of War 2. You know you like it. You know you want more. Feel free to comment on you know, the ups and downs and what you think I could do better. Definitely going to try to polish up my game knowledge a little bit before the next one. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing. But yeah, anyway, to try to wrap this up without too much more rambling. Again, I'm Wayward. This is Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.